What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a terrific Thursday. Welcome back to the Zachary Muir Show, and let's get this started. So I am going to be talking about Trump today, but first let's have some happy news. So to start off, we're going to talk about Big Sean. He was on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah promoting his new album, I Decided. And during the interview, they started talking about Flint, Michigan. Now, if you're unaware, Flint, Michigan has had undrinkable water since April of 2014. It happened when the city switched water sources and then treated the water, causing lead from the old pipes to seep into the new water. Now, work is being done about it, but there is still thousands without clean water. So Big Sean and his foundation helped raise $100,000 for the residents of Flint, Michigan. Sean said that it hit really close to home for him. He grew up in Michigan, and his mother had experienced lead poisoning too, but says that with homeopathic and holistic care, his mom bounced back. He also used the Flint Chosen Choir on his closing track of his new album. So good on you, Big Sean. It's nice to see someone with money taking care of their old place. So next we're going to talk about, and I'm really sorry if I mispronounced this, Wapakeka. Wapakeka is a First Nations community that's about 600 kilometers away from Thunder Bay and has about 500 residents. And they haven't had a mental health program there since the 90s. The government has failed to this extent. And yes, they're trying to rectify the problem now, but that's only after two 12-year-old girls took their lives. Now, the community had repeatedly asked the government for funds to help set up a suicide prevention hotline and a mental health program, and were constantly denied. But an anonymous benefactor has come forward to pledge $380,000 to help this community. With this, the Wapakeka community can start on the programs that they need and have already received $30,000. So to whoever is this an anonymous donor, thank you. I'm sure you'll hear that a lot, or maybe not even at all, but what you did for these people will help save lives. We need more people like you. And in science news that will hopefully help future patients, a woman in the Toronto Medical Hospital has survived for 6 days without lungs. Now, Melissa Benoit, who is 33, was born with cystic fibrosis, which can cause phlegm in the lungs and digestive issues. She had a bout with influenza, and because the bacteria was more resistant to the medication, she ended up in septic shock. Now, while the procedure was risky, like 1% chance of working, they actually did it and removed both her lungs, the source of the sepsis. For 6 days, she was hooked up to 2 machines which kept her alive. A Nova lung which helped her breathe, and an extracorporeal membrane oxygenation which helped pump blood through her heart and body. Now what she went through was a world first. Until now it had only been theorized and not actually put into practice. And now that it's known to be possible, this procedure may save patients in the future. And it is highly risky now, but in the future hopefully it will become safer and easier to do. But until then, keep doing what you're doing, doctors and surgeons. So in celebrity news, Shia LaBeouf got arrested. Shia has been live streaming the protest of Donald Trump since Friday of his inauguration. He attacked a guy after the guy came up to him and said Hitler did nothing wrong. Now I'm not surprised this happened to this guy. You may be joking around, but Shia doesn't know you and he doesn't know that.
Hey Shia, hey, what's up?
Bang bang.
Hitler did nothing wrong. Hey!
Yeah, why do you attack me?
So to the guy, think before you speak, and to Shia, think before you act. So I ask you, would you hit a neo-Nazi, or just turn the other cheek? So for our last story, we're going to talk about Trump. Everyone thought he was kidding when he said he was going to build the wall. Turns out, he's actually building the wall. And he's holding true to what he said about making Mexico pay for it. Now the Mexican president has come out and released a video against this.
De Estados Unidos de continuar la construcción de un muro que desde hace años, lejos de unirnos, nos divide. México no cree en los muros. Lo he dicho una y otra vez. México no pagará ningún muro. Estas órdenes ejecutivas también ocurren en un momento en que nuestro país está iniciando pláticas para negociar las nuevas reglas de cooperación, comercio, inversión, seguridad y migración en la región de Norteamérica. México ofrece y exige respeto, como la nación plenamente soberana que somos. México refrenda su amistad con el pueblo de los Estados Unidos y su voluntad para llegar a acuerdos con su gobierno. Acuerdos que sean en favor de México y los mexicanos.
Now both presidents were due to meet, but Trump has tweeted that the Mexican president should just not even come. and he wants to bring back torture.
Mr. President, you told me during one of the debates that you would bring back waterboarding and a hell of a lot worse.
I would do what I would do. I want to keep our country safe. I want to keep our country safe.
What does that mean?
When they're shooting, when they're chopping off the heads of our people and other people, when they're chopping off the heads of people because they happen to be a Christian in the Middle East, when ISIS is doing things that nobody has ever heard of since medieval times, would I feel strongly about waterboarding? As far as I'm concerned, we have to fight fire with fire. Now, with that being said, I'm going with General Mattis. I'm going with my secretary because I think Pompeo is going to be phenomenal. I'm going to go with what they say. But I have spoken as recently as 24 hours ago with people at the highest level of intelligence, and I asked them the question, does it work? Does torture work? And the answer was yes, absolutely.
You're now the president. Do you want waterboarding?
I don't want people to chop off the citizens or anybody's heads in the Middle East, okay? Because they're Christian or Muslim or anything else. I don't want, look, now they chop them off and they put them on camera and they send them all over the world. So we have that, and we're not allowed to do anything. We're not playing on an even field. I will say this. I will rely on Pompeo and Mattis and my group. And if they don't want to do, that's fine. If they do want to do, then I will work toward that end. I want to do everything within the bounds of what you're allowed to do legally. But do I feel it works? Absolutely, I feel it works.
Now, you could be for torture or against it, but if someone's torturing me, I'm going to tell them whatever they want to hear. I'll mix in a few truths, a few lies, but I'll keep them off my back, and then the torturers won't even know what one's the truth and what ones are the lies. How can you be sure when you torture someone what information you get is actually real? But that's my thoughts, at least, and I want to hear yours. So are you in favor of using torture, or are you against it? Let me know in the comments below. So that'll be today's show. I hope you all like it, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new one.
Please hang up and try again.